Hello YouTube, this is Retta. I'm going to do a reading. I don't really watch the news, and I haven't really been on YouTube in a couple of weeks because I have been absorbed in a telenovela on Netflix. And it's 96 episodes and I'm all in. But I happened to, take a break and was going through, YouTube looking at things. And I was watching just half of it. I got to 6 minutes, and I was watching, I guess it's Lovely Tea, and she had I guess it was published before Christmas. You see, I haven't been, watching YouTube or anything, about Dr. Umar delicensing party goes viral. And that kind of like, hit my heart there. Whether you like Dr. Umar or not, I'm going to do a reading on him. Whether you like him or not, he had a valid opinion on things. And I think that it's an injustice that people have the pitchforks ready for him. I understand that, people donated for him to start a school, this and that. The way I look at it, and he didn't, I don't think he reached that much money or whatever. So I understand that's controversial and people were upset and people wanted their money back and this and that. But that doesn't deflect, and also he had a scandal in regards to a conscious stripper or something. But I look at that like, yes, he preaches, something, but, he's human, and humans tend to make errors, and he's a consenting adult. She was a consenting adult. What they chose to do behind closed doors as consenting adults, that's on them, but it still doesn't deflect the message that he said. Me having, a son, having a black son, and having to deal with the school system. My son had he had a speech impediment, and when he was young, and just having to deal with trying to get him assistance, and then as if you look for other options like private school and stuff, those options aren't available. And I just approved of a lot of things he was saying, and someone looking out for the little boys. We have a lot of people looking out for the little girls. A lot of people that talk about the girls, but sometimes the boys get lost in the shuffle. And I liked his message in regards to, boys and the giving little boys medicines to calm them down. I think that the schools are overcrowded, and there's not that much, and an easy way to deal with, unruly children is to medicate them. And I believed a lot of things, I have shared a lot of his opinions, as, even in the medical background that I am in, even though I'm not currently practicing, but having a medical background, you kind of see, the side effects to these type of drugs and stuff. And I've had family members that were on these type of pills and stuff. So I just think it's sad as a community. There's a lot of people that were embracing that he's losing his license and this and that, and I don't think the school thing, even though it was a great idea, I don't think that it was, I don't think that it's a great idea, but, I don't think that the community could have came together to make it happen anyhow. So I think it was false hope. I think that maybe, afterwards, he could have returned some money. I know once you do like a Kickstarter takes a percentage of the money, like 10, I think like 10 or 15%. But return what he could. I don't know, but I'm upset that the black community has lost another voice. I wish that he never. I wish he never even tried to, start a school. I'm going to see, I'm not going to go on and on, but I'm going to see what's in store for Dr. Umar. I seen that he's ready to move to Africa and, you know, start things there. And, what they say, no, I just want to see the energy around Dr. Umar. And then I'm going to use the Ghetto Tarot for him to kind of connect with his... I think, you know... we as a community, I don't know. So Dr. Umer Johnson, I forget what his... he's very Pan-Afrikanism, you know. I'm a half-breed, so, you know, but I still valued, I watched all types of stuff on YouTube. You know, I'm one of the people always searching for information, so I like watch all types of things. You know, I watch all types of things. I try to learn all types of things. So I ran into this man, like, you know, it had to be like 8 years ago or 9 years ago, and I felt that he had a lot of valid. So I'm going to see the energy surrounding him. So basically, it's in regards to, it says destiny, harmony, and material and spiritual prosperity. So I'm thinking that maybe this was a good thing for him, you know, even though it might be hard for him, because as a person that has a license too, some people are saying he doesn't have a license, some people say he does. Well, as a license, someone who has to go get a license, who had to have a license to take a test for a license, it's not easy. It costs a lot of money. Not only were you paying money for school, but the licensing, you know, to get licensed is a long test, stressful test. It does cost money, and then you still every few years have to renew your license. So that's something that you really, you know, you really, so I don't understand what they want him to lose his license on. Is it his opinion on the black community, on the little boys and some of us women, or is it in regards to the school? But I do see that this was probably bound to happen. This was bound to happen. And, you know, what, you know, it's the sixes. So this is saying harmony, like what's given, what's gained. You know, this was bound to happen, but it looks like still he has material and spiritual prosperity. So he's still going to be full both. So I think this was probably a good thing, and I think this will probably make him a smarter person. Let's see, where is Dr. Umar now? He's really, you know, this has affected him in his emotions and his outlook on life. You know, this has affected his emotions, his outlook on life. I always look at the Queen of Cups as, forgot to tell you that Dr. Umar is a Hierophant. So he's really about structure. Also good moral character, you know, really knows right and wrong. The Hierophant is all about order, you know, structure and order and organization and things done a certain way. But the Temperance is there. So, you know, sometimes he can get quick to anger. You know, his emotions can get away from him. And this is what I'm seeing with the Queen of Cups, is that his emotions right now are probably a little all over the place. Let me see. It's the Cross to Bear. Is him going forward. So right now the Cross to Bear is, he's thinking, where do I go from here? You know, the Knight of Pentacles. He's going forth on a plan. So, you know, the Queen is all about coming up. And now what's driving him and what's his cross to bear is going forth on the plan. So I don't think mentally he's quite knowing where to go right now. And his cross to bear is to try to figure it out and go forth on a plan. Let's see, underneath this it's like his whole world is shook up, you know. This was the Tower, so it came fast and it's changing. And, you know, he's having his fall from grace a little bit. But I don't know if this is going to, you know, completely get him down. The Emperor. So the Emperor is, you know, in the past, people have, you know, the Emperor is also, you know, law and order, you know, jobs, people in authority. So they've been watching him for a while. They've been watching him for a while. Yeah. They've been watching him for a while, waiting for their moment to strike. So it could be the emperors in our community. It could be, you know, the emperors in, you know, law, in the school, whatever. But they were waiting for their opportunity to strike and to cut him down. So this was a long time coming. That's why I said this was destiny. You know, it's a long time coming, but, you know, he needed this. The Page of Cups. What's on his mind? He's very much in his emotions. He's also being very, the Page is very, you know, she plans and she kind of manipulates a little bit. So he's in his emotions, and right now his emotions are kind of fueling him. So he is not in the clear place to think. He's working off of emotions. He's working off of emotions. And his plans are off of emotions. So, like, you might see some, hopefully he stays off of social media and stuff, because he might lash out at people or at things, and he might say some things he shouldn't. I see a new beginning, a new change. A new beginning, a new change. He's trying to figure out where to start, where to go from here, you know. And right now he's kind of stuck in indecision. So yeah, he wants to start over. You know, he's in his feelings. He's so much in his feelings right now. He's a little upset. It's like a new beginning, but he's trying to figure out where to start, where to go. Let's see in the future. I see him moving. I see him moving forward, maybe overseas. Yeah, brooms. He's going to go forward. I see him moving overseas. Yep, he's traveling. He's gone. He's moving in his future. He's moving. He's traveling overseas in his future. He just feels stuck. He needs a new perspective, but things are going to turn out well for him. This is the Yes card. And if you see, it's a little boy. So, you know, whether you like Dr. Umer or not, you know, he did have a message for the little boys. He did try to make a difference for the little boys. And I see that he's kind of stuck. He's going to, you know, he's looking at things in a different perspective, but he's going to be successful. He's still going to be a voice for the little boys. The sun is still going to shine on him. So he's still going to be successful, but maybe just not here. Yeah, he's going, there's the victory card. So I see him, he is going to move. It looks like overseas, over water. He's going to travel. And right now he's trying to redevelop himself. He's kind of stuck. But eventually he's going to get back into the little boys and be victorious in it. I see him doing it overseas, like he said, in Africa or somewhere over there. Maybe not even Africa, maybe even the islands. I do see him going over water, and he's going to be successful. He's going to have his victory. He's going to have his victory. Are they going to take his license away? They're going to try. The Magician, they're going to try. What he needs to look at, they're going to try. Whether they're not going to be, there's someone that's trying to pull the strings, you know, someone that's trying to pull the strings, especially the Emperor. But what he has to realize is that he needs just to take a time to really think and not look at, you know, the negative right now because there is some assistance coming, some unknown. His ancestors are with him. His ancestors are with him. So even though you may not like him, he came from a good place. He came from a spiritual place. So he is getting some help from unknown. The magician, he's getting some help. And the hermit, staying towards himself. I don't know if they're definitely, I don't think they're going to try, but he's going to get some help. He's going to go towards himself. And the wish card, that's the wish card that's coming up. So he's still going to be okay. Everything's going to work out okay for him. He's just mad right now, and he needs to stop focusing on what's he so angry about and what they've been trying to do, because right now he feels like he's the victim, like he's been attacked. He's not looking at what he's gained, and he's not looking for, even though a lot of people are attacking him, he is getting some help. But he's going to go towards himself a little bit. This was a very big eye-opening for him. You know, so he's going to go into himself a little bit, but he's got to realize when he does go into himself, he's going to have like that epiphany moment. But with the hermit also comes with the moon, so he's just got to be careful that, you know, he doesn't get himself in a state of, you know, sadness or depression. Go to yourselves, but he has a better outlook. You know, his wishes are going to come true. So I do see maybe that, you know, he does something with boys, and maybe even starts a school overseas or so forth. So right now he's in a lot of anger. He's feeling a lot of anger, or a lot of resentment for the community, going against him. He's upset. He's hurt. But I do find him, even though, you know, people are talking about the school, when he thought of the school, he did it out of a good place. But, you know, people don't look at it. He also has to understand that, you know, he understands our community. There's a lot of backlash. Yeah, he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. He's going to be fine. So this is on Dr. Umar. I don't know what I was rambling about, but I do feel for him. You know, I do feel for him. Whether you like him or not, I think his message was good. You know, whether you like him or not, I think what he had to say, his message was good. Especially in regards to kids, young boys, and the educational system and stuff like that. I think the message was awesome. So that's the end of this reading. Talk to you guys later. Bye.